Crystal's in Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, Crystal. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Good. How are you?
Better than we deserve. What's up?
So, my husband and I, last year, we were making nearly six figures, blowing through our debt, doing great. And my 2-year-old, well, he was one at the time, my 1-year-old son unexpectedly started having seizures.
Ooh.
It was a long process. We're still struggling. We have lots of doctor's appointments all the time, but
How's he doing?
we made the decision. He's doing better, much better.
Did they diagnose
things are calming down. They diagnosed it. He has something called gray matter heterotopia. They found a spot in his brain that shouldn't be there, basically. So it's been emotional.
Yeah, I guess.
We made the decision for just my own emotional state. I was a school teacher, and we made the decision for me to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's understandable.
We basically cut our income in half, but our expenses were the same. So we blew through our emergency fund, and pretty much all of the debt that we had paid off accrued again. So we're looking at we're gazelle mindset, but we don't know what our next step should be. So we have a few retirement
Wait a minute, stop.
accounts.
Have you adjusted your lifestyle now to be within his income, or are you still going in the hole?
We've adjusted all the extra stuff out, but just our mortgage.
So you have to sell your house in order to stay home and be with your child?
Yes.
When's it going up for sale?
My husband
should have gone up for sale the first day you came home from school.
Absolutely. My husband doesn't want to sell.
I don't care.
So
I don't care what your husband wants.
okay.
You guys already made this choice. You made the right choice. We're going to stay home with the baby. The baby's sick. My heart is breaking, and I have tears running down my face, and I'm going to stay home with my baby. My baby is sick. We cut our income in half. You can't ignore the fact that you have to also cut your expenses in half simultaneously, and you didn't do that.
Right.
The first part you did was heroic. The second part you did was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Sell your house.
Okay.
For your child. For your child. Sell your house.
Right.
You can't afford your house on your husband's income. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The house is it is collateral damage to the situation with your child. And what you're declaring when you do this is that you spending time and being there for this sick baby is more important than the stupid house.
Exactly.
Because you cannot live in a fantasy mathematically.
Right.
You don't get a pass on math because you're a hero for a sick baby. You should be a hero for a sick baby. You're an amazing woman. He's an amazing guy. You got a hard, tough situation. I'm sorry you're facing this, but do not make it worse.
Well, my concern is right now, our debt to income, even if we sold our home, I guess to purchase another home, I mean, we would have a decent amount of equity.
What is your house payment?
Our house payment is a little over $1,100.
And what is his take-home pay?
His base take-home a month is only $1,800, but he makes commission on top of that, and it varies greatly.
What does he make a month?
Right now, his take-home is $1,800.
He's not making anything above the $1,800 a month.
Right now, he is. Last month, let me see. Last month he brought home $3,000.
You cannot
So
have
it really
you cannot have an
varies.
$1,100 house payment on $3,000 income, honey.
Right.
Doesn't work. Okay. Something has to change. And here's the thing. Something's going to change. You're either going to change it or somebody's going to change it for you, called a foreclosure and a bankruptcy. Because you're driving a car straight at the wall mathematically, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are in denial about the fact that the math sucks with the fact that the baby being sick sucks.
Yes.
And it causes the math to suck. And you got to face the whole thing. It's your best way through this. Your best way to win long term is to face the whole thing. And what's going to happen,
Okay.
I can tell you. I'll just be a prophet. Are you ready? 5 years from today, 5 years from today, the seizures will be gone. He's going to be a normal little boy running around like crazy, and you're going to be back teaching, and this is all going to be in your rearview mirror. But it's going to be in your rearview mirror faster if you deal with the present full reality today.
Okay.
Crystal, you said earlier that the reason you came home from the classroom was for your emotional well-being, and yet all of this debt is causing just as much emotional stress. So you've got to implore your husband to understand that we made this decision for my emotional and mental well-being, and yet I'm not getting the benefits of that because of our finances. And this is a season, and you don't need to be thinking about a house. You sell the house and you rent, and this is a circle the wagons moment for your family where we circle the wagons and we defeat the enemy in front of us, and then
you're going to get another
we
house.
Explore.
You're going to get another house. But
down the
you're not
road.
going to get one on $3,000 a month.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're not going to get one in this current situation. Whoop-de-doop-de. There's another house. I've been to Cleveland, Ohio. There's houses all over the place. You can get you another house.
Right.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And so you'll get you another one.
Yeah.
This is a moment in time. This is what's known as the valley. You are in the valley, right? But the point of the valley is you don't stay there. You're not going to live your whole life in the valley. It doesn't work out that way. And so this is the thing you'll look back on, and you'll tell your little boy's kids someday, when your daddy was one, he about drove us nuts. We had to sell the house.
Oh.
You'll be that grandmother telling that story, right? That's what's going to happen.
Crystal, I can't tell you how many times my mom and dad have talked about when I came into this world, they lived in this teeny tiny one-bedroom
See, now
apartment
there's a whole nother thing.
over a pharmacy, yeah. But the point is, they talked about how hard
Ken
it was.
Coleman, yeah.
Well, imagine trying to parent me, for heaven's sakes. But this is a season, and I don't remember it, and your son's not going to remember it. And this is a storm. This is a storm right now.
And I got to tell you, it's not for your emotional well-being. You're being a good mom.
That's right.
A good mom wants to be there with a 1-year-old that's having seizures. That's just a good mom.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Thank you.
And if you were my own kid, I would tell you to do exactly what you're doing, except for the part where you kept all the expenses.
Right.
So those got to go starting today. And then you'll come back out of this, and you'll be able to add a house back, and you'll be able to. Now, the last thing of this is I want to ask you this. How available with this medical situation are you to do tutoring in your own home?
We've talked about that even for this next upcoming school year.
Yeah, like $40 an hour.
Schedule. Yeah.
Make a huge
And
difference if you have the bandwidth and it doesn't put your child in jeopardy.
Right.
But I'm not trying to have you quit work and turn and put you back to work. That wasn't what I was trying to do. But if there's some bandwidth while kiddo is sleeping or kiddo is manageable 99% of the time, but we're just here to watch him and make sure he's not having an episode, right? Then you can do some $40 an hour tutoring, and you can change this whole situation and maybe keep the house.
Yeah, I would tell you a very specific idea there, Dave, is online teaching, adult education makes really good money, and the little guy's in sleep. She's got the monitor.
You're in control of when you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Online tutoring, big time help. Yeah, check on all that. But kiddo, make the adjustments on the outgo when you make the adjustments on the income. That's what I want you to do so you win in this. You call us anytime. We'll be honored to help you.